Well, hello and how are you? Hey, friends, welcome to the show. I am your host, Shen, a.k.a. coming to you live right here in St. Charles, Missouri. Hey, you know what? Today is Saturday, January the 7th, 2023. Got some Shin Show shout outs going out to my fan, Martin Kelly, and Sweet Sunny Day Girl. And that would be a.k.a. Rachel. Got that part. Anyway, and Pokey Pal, Julie, Regot. That's the Shen Show shout outs for today. My goodness, you'd think there'd be a whole bigger list. Hey, Craig, how you doing? I'm going to give you a shout out. Let me fix something real quick before we get going on here, okay? Wake up, a.k.a. Rachel. Cut that, paste that, paste that. Go to sleep. Okay, hey, now we're back on. We're back in gear. We're back in the saddle again. Yep. No birthday song even, Craig, so you're okay there. But you know you're gonna get some singing today anyway, just because I feel like singing. But anyway, today's high temperature was 42 degrees. But I tell you what, it was not windy at all. It was hardly windy at all. No, hardly any breeze. But I tell you what, there's a mixture of something falling down out there. I don't know if it's rain or ice or whatever it is. It's just a slight precipitation of crystally water. Yeah, crystally water. We'll call it that. Anyway, for the remainder of the day, cloudy skies early, followed by a mixture of light rain and snow overnight. Some mixed winter precipitation is quite possible, which it is. It's liable to come falling down right and hitting you right in the head. Softy, but it'll be there. Low temperatures of 32 degrees Fahrenheit overnight with winds north to northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of precipitation. Why, it's going to be about 40%. For tomorrow, Sunday, the 8th of January, it's going to have some cloudy skies early and then will be becoming partly cloudy later in the day. High temperatures of 42 degrees Fahrenheit with winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies overnight, low temperatures of 27 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be light and variable. So, hmm, I wouldn't worry about the winds for sure. All right. It's going to be just light and variable west to southwest at about 4 miles per hour. Something I forgot to do today. I've got to definitely do whenever I get done here today. Intervals of clouds and sunshine with high temperatures of 54 degrees Fahrenheit for Monday, January the 9th. Winds will be south at 5 to 10 miles per hour and partly to mostly cloudy overnight. Low temperatures of 37 degrees Fahrenheit with winds south to southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Blow and slow. Partly cloudy skies with high temperatures of 54 degrees Fahrenheit for Tuesday, December. Boy, we just swapped the whole month, didn't we? We lost it. We're back in the old yesteryear. But no, that'd be Tuesday, January the 10th. Winds are going to be west to southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then mainly cloudy skies overnight. Low temperatures of 37 degrees Fahrenheit. Not going to be able to see very clearly, not in the middle of the night there with those cloudy skies, but that's okay. The sunshine won't be getting through at that particular time of day anyway, would it? Winds are going to be light and variable, kind of southeast at about 5 miles per hour. Wednesday, the January the 11th, cloudy skies uh, with a little bit of a temperature of 57 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Showers early, becoming a steady rain later on at night. Low temperatures of 47 degrees Fahrenheit with winds east to southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 70%. Rainfall near a quarter of an inch. That's um, what do they call that? 4 bits, 6 bits, 6 bits of an inch. All right, and then for Thursday, January the 12th, periods of rain, thunderstorms quite possible. High temperatures near 50 degrees Fahrenheit. That's rain coming down and thunder. Winds are going to be north and northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chances of rain 80%. Rain showers early, mixed with snow showers late in the day. Low temperatures of 32 degrees Fahrenheit with winds north and northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chances precipitation 60%. That means rain will be coming down and probably. That's weather forecast for the St. Charles viewing area. Hey, I got to point this out to you guys. Found this on Facebook just not too long ago. Um, uh, one of my friends sends all kinds of information from. Uh, where does she send it from? Oh yeah, she sends it all from. Where is that place? It's that other country. You know, the other country. Um, Australia. Yeah, 1,770 people are hospitalized right now due to the new COVID strand that's out. But of course, none of them are vaxxed. There are no unvaxxed people in the hospital. The, only the vaxxed are in there. That's 810 with 4 or more doses of vaccination are in the hospital. Now that's 140 of them are in ICU. Nobody that's not vaxxed, anybody that's unvaxxed is not in there. 58 with 4 or more vaxes are in the hospital. 95 deaths due to it. 53 with 4 or more doses. So the more doses you get, the less chances of life you have. So just remember that, folks. Not a good thing. And I can't tell you whether I'm allowed to say the word vaxxed or not, or unvaxxed. But I'll tell you this much: I'm not vaxxed, and I'm still alive. And I have only had COVID one time, and that was when I became immune to it. That one time. So every time they ask me, "Do you want a vaccine?" No, I don't get vaxxed for anything. Cold, flu, anything. No vaccinations for me. Tell you what I do is, oh, by the way, somebody said they were going to head for Walmart sometime today. If they are headed for Walmart, I mean, not Walmart, but Sam's, if they are headed for Sam's, if they could take back that huge box of Alka-Seltzer and trade it in for lemon lime, I certainly would appreciate it. If,
I take it you're talking to me.
Yes. Yes, I am. Because that orange flavor stuff is ugh, it's for the birds, not this bird.
And it's supposed to taste bad.
Yeah, well,
the worse it tastes, the better it is for you.
Yeah, because that means you won't take it, right? There you go. Boom, 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 boom. Let's sing a song. How's that sound? Y'all want to hear a song? I know you don't, Craig, but that's okay. Everybody else does. Oh, I'm going to sing a little song about the Southland. I'm gonna sing song of the South. Sweet potato pie and shut my mouth. I said song of the South. How's about a Kermit the Frog song? How's that sound? We're gonna do Kermit the Frog song. Song lyrics, Rainbow Connection. Song lyrics, the Rainbow Connection. Song lyrics. I want song lyrics. Lyrics. Okay. As long as we're getting the lyrics and the lyrics alone. Here we go. Y'all ever seen the Muppet movie? Well, here you go. This is song right out of the Muppet movie. Why are some? Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions. And rainbows have nothing to hide. So we have been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong. Wait and see. Someday we'll find it. The rainbow connection. The lovers, the dreamers, and me. La da dee. Who said that every wish would be heard and answered when wished on a morning star? Some thought, some thought, somebody thought that, and someone believed it. Look what it's done so far. What's so amazing that keeps us stargazing? And what do we think we might see? Someday we'll find it. The rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. All of us under its spell. We know that it's probably magic. Have you been half asleep? And have you heard voices? I wish that thing would not line up right in the middle of my words. We're going to start that one over. Have you been half asleep? And have you heard voices? I've heard them calling my name. Is this the sweet sound that calls the young sailors? The voices might be one and the same. I've heard it too many times to ignore it is something that I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Da dee dee dee. The lovers, the dreamers, and me. There you go. That's out of your Muppet movie. How about let's do something from the Jungle Book? We'll give it a shot. We'll see if we can do the blue. How about Blue Bear? We're going to see if we can handle it. Okay. What's it called? We do it a lot, so we know we can handle it. Song lyrics: The Bare Necessities. Song lyrics: The Bare Necessities. Song lyrics: The Bare Necessities. The bare necessities, simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I need the bare necessities of Mother Nature's recipes that brings the bare necessities to life. Wherever I wander, wherever I roam, I could be fonder of my big home. The bees are buzzing in the trees to make some honey just for me. When you look under the rock and some plants and take a glance at all those fancy ants, then maybe try a few. The bare necessities of life will come to you. Yeah, they'll come to you. Look for the bare necessities, of simple bare necessities. Forget about your troubles and your strife. I mean the bare necessities. That's what a bear can rest at ease with just the bare necessities of life. Now, when you pick a pawpaw, well, or a prickly pear, then you prick a raw paw. Well, next time, beware. Don't pick that prickly pear with the paw. When you pick a pear, try to use your claw. But you don't need to use the claw when you pick a pear of the big pawpaw. Have go clue. Yep. Hey, the bare necessities of life will come to you. They'll come to you. So just try and relax. Yeah, cool it, kid. Fall apart in my backyard. Come on, tell me, you know, come on, tell me something, little britches. If you act like the bear acts, oh, you're working too hard. And don't spend your time looking around for something you won't and cannot be found. When you find it, or you can live without it and go along not thinking about it. I tell you something true. The bare necessities of life will come to you. All right. There's another one. I know there's another one. Other one. Um, let's see. We'll try. We'll try something from the uh, Aladdin. We'll try something from Aladdin in the Lamp. How's that sound? Uh, click, what are those called? Lyrics from the soundtrack of Aladdin. Okay, now we're going to try to find that. We're going to try to find that song that I was looking for. Okay, I think we'll go with this one. Here you go. You ready? Oh, I come from a land from a faraway place, where the caravan camels roam. Where it's flat and immense, and the heat is intense. It's barbaric, but hey, it's home. Oh, I come from a land from a faraway place, where the caravan camels roam. Where they cut off your ear if you don't like your face. It's barbaric, but it's my own. When the winds from the east and the suns from the west, and the sand is glass is right. Come on down, shop around, and hope for a carpet and fly to another Arabian night. Arabian Nights, like Arabian days. More often than not, they're hotter than hot in a lot of good ways. Arabian nights, neath Arabian moons, a fool off his guard could fall hard out of there on the dunes. How do you like my songs? Are they close to the right voices? All right, all right. Let's see. Anybody else around and about? I was going to give you a little shout out. Green Darn. What's that secret you're keeping? Knocking till the morning comes creeping. Green Darn. Oh my goodness. Happy campers, all of the same. All those of you who have tuned in are so happy that you did. Poor pitiful me. You know, there's one variation between Igor, between, uh, yeah, I guess it is Igor. Is it Igor? Yeah, one slight variation between Igor and the Snuffleupagus. You could do like that with your voice and still be sad and lonely. Or you can throw a little bit of a nose into it and say, "Hey bird, how are you doing today?" I lost. I didn't lose my tail because, well, I'm Snuffleupagus. Hey bird. Hey, let's see what else we got going on here today. We see what kind of events are going on this weekend. It is the weekend, but I don't think we got anything going on this weekend. I don't think we're going to have anything coming up until, January the 8th is going to be Bowls and Brews. So that's tomorrow. Well, I guess we better talk about it then. Tomorrow, oh no, 28th. It's not going to be until the 28th. So I ain't going to talk about anything that's coming up right now. Why would I? We got the weather out the way. It's time for a children's story. That's right. Something for the kids. A little bit of Grandpa Shen coming to you again. Uh, Three little pigs. The three little pigs. Now, we've been reading these stories to the end, to the very, very end. Some of these, the kids know quite well, probably by the time I've read them so many times. They've got to know. They've got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when dealing's done. All right. Well, let's do the three little pigs. This is for the kids. That's right. The kids like the little stories anyway. So here we go. Hey kids, jump up on the couch, jump up on the bed, wherever it is you rest your sleepy little head, because TV Grandpa is about to tell you a bedtime story. Once upon a time, there was an old mother pig who had three little pigs and not enough food to feed them. So when they were old enough, she sent them out on their way into the world to seek their fortunes. Now, the first little pig was very lazy, and he didn't want to work very hard at all, and he built him a house of straw. The second little pig worked a little bit harder, but he was still somewhat lazy too, and he built his house out of sticks. Then they sang and they danced and they played all day together for the rest of the day. But meanwhile, the third little pig he worked hard, and and all day it took him to build his house with bricks. It was a sturdy house, complete with a fireplace and a chimney. It it looked like it could withstand the strongest winds possible. Well, the next day, a wolf happened to be passing by the lane where the three little pigs lived, and he saw the straw house, and he smiled because he smelled the pig inside. He thought that the pig would make a mighty fine meal, and his mouth began to water. And so he knocked on the door and he said, little pig, let me in." But the little pig saw that it was the wolf, and he said, "No, no, no, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." Then the big red wolf showed his teeth, and he said, "Then I will huff, and I will puff, and I will blow your house in." And so he did. He huffed, and he puffed, and he blew. And with one big mighty blow, he blew the house in because it was made of straw. Of course it blew, and blew out loud, blew against the wall. Well, he chomped down his teeth to get a hold of that little pig, but collapsed on nothing. And the little pig ran away to hide with the second little pig. So he ran all the way to his brother's house, which was made of sticks, and there they hid together. Well, the wolf continued down the lane, and he passed by the second house made of sticks, and he saw that house, and he smelled the pigs inside, and his mouth began to water once again as he thought about the fine dinner that they would make. And so he knocked on the door, and he said, little pigs, let me in." Well, the first little pig had already known what the big bad wolf sounded like, and so he said, "No, no." So they both said, "No, no, no, not by the hairs of our chinny chin chin." So the wolf, he showed his teeth again, and he said, "Then I will huff, and I will puff, and I will blow your house in." And so he did. He huffed and he puffed and he blew. Now he had to blow again this time because, well, the house was a little bit sturdier. It was made of sticks. But he was greedy when he blew that house in, and he tried to catch both pigs at one time. But he was too greedy, and he got neither one. His big jaws clamped down on nothing at all but air. And the two little pigs, they scrambled as fast as they could to their other brother's house, and they ran away down the lane. And out of the corner of his eye, the wolf saw them, and he chased them down the lane, but just fast enough to jump into their brother's house and slammed the door behind them and locked it tight with a deadbolt. Well, the brick house was very strong indeed. And so when the wolf got down there, he said, knocking on the door, little pigs, let me in." But the three little pigs, they knew better. And so they yelled out, "Not by the hair of our chinny chin chins." So the wolf, he showed his teeth again, and he said, "Then I will huff, and I will puff, and I will blow your house in." And well, he did huff, and he puffed, and then he puffed and he huffed, and he huffed and puffed and huffed some more. He huffed and puffed so much that he was blue in place, and he could not blow that house down. At last he was so out of breath that he could huff and puff no longer, and so he stopped to rest and thought for a bit. But as he was thinking a bit, the pigs on the inside of the house, thought the only remorse that they had was the only way that Wolf could get into that house was up through the chimney. So they began to build a fire. So when now this was just too much, and the wolf he danced about in rage and swore that he could come down that chimney and eat those little pigs up for supper. And so they had already built the fire, and they had put a big blaze pot on the fire to start boiling water. And as the wolf was climbing up onto the rooftop and got ready to slide down the chimney, the little pigs pulled off the lid, and plop fell the wolf into the scalding hot water. So the little pigs put on the cover again, and they boiled the wolf up. And the three little pigs, they danced around and they started singing, "We shall eat the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Certainly not me," said who's afraid of the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Certainly not me. And how delicious he was. All right, hey, that's the bedtime stories with TV Grandpa. Hope you kids enjoyed it. All right, it's time for the daily bread portion of the program. Daily bread portion of the program is going to be brought to you today by the Bible with Briscoe 2023. The Bible with Briscoe 2023 is a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. So if you choose to get your Bible information anywhere, may as well get it from the Bible with Briscoe 2023. Today's reading in the Bible with Briscoe 2023 will be Genesis 18 through 19 and Matthew 6, 1 through 18. Alrighty, hey, today's devotion in the daily bread portion of the program is "Who are you, Lord?" And today's scripture and insight will be Acts 9, 1 through 9. So without further ado, Acts 9, 1 through 9. Saul's conversion. Meanwhile, Saul was still breathing out murder, murderous threats against the Lord's disciples. He went to the high priest and asked him for letters to the synagogue in Damascus, so that if he found any there who would belong to the way, whether men or women, he might take them as prisoners to Jerusalem. As he neared Damascus on his journey, suddenly a light from heaven flashed around him. He fell to the ground and heard a voice say to him, "Saul, Saul, why do you persecute me?" "Who are you, Lord?" Saul asked. "I am Jesus, whom you are persecuting," he replied. "Now get up and go into the city, and you will be told what you must do." Then the men traveling with Saul stood there speechless. They heard the sound, but did not see anyone. Saul got up from the ground, but when he opened his eyes, he could see nothing. And so they led him by the hand into Damascus. For 3 days he was blind and did not eat or drink anything. There you have it. Saul, who became one of the disciples, did not know who the Lord was until the Lord contacted him. But see, you merely have to ask. That's all you have to do. What's this? Your digital identity is being monitored. Well, of course it is. That's because there was somebody taking a look at it. I wanted them to take a look at it. It's what the whole thing was. It's what the whole show's about. All right, hey, my friends. Hey, that looks like the end. I'm gonna sing one song for you, which will cut it to the end. Hello, goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. Goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. So goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. That's it. That's the Shin Show in a nutshell. This here is the nut on the Shin Show, and I'm saying Charanara. See you all later. God bless you. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, God loves you, and so do I. So come back and see me tomorrow because, well, hey, I'll be here, God willing, and I hope that you are too. Bye bye.